BTS News. The Amsterdam sky that afternoon was shifting from pale blue to a golden orange, while the wind from the canals carried that familiar mix of salty and crisp air. Among the crowd of tourists busy capturing moments at Dam Square, there was an unexpected sight, one that, within minutes, became a global talking point. A small-framed man with an aura impossible to hide was walking quickly through the crowd, wearing a black bucket hat, a mask, and an oversized hoodie. He barely looked up, but a few sharp-eyed onlookers caught sight of him. For those who knew his movements and silhouette, there was no doubt at all. It was Park Jimin of BTS. It all started when a single fan account uploaded a short 3-second video to Platform X. There was no detailed caption, just a simple text. "I think I just saw Jimin in Amsterdam." Within less than an hour, the video had been viewed millions of times, with thousands of comments filled with question marks. The biggest mystery haunting ARMY was, why was Jimin in Amsterdam, and why just days before Jin's final solo show? Sources close to the Korean entertainment industry initially stayed silent. Even HYB offered no official statement. Yet the more they stayed quiet, the wilder the speculation grew. Theories began circulating. Some believed Jimin was on a private trip before joining Jin on stage, while others suspected he was preparing a major surprise for his Hyung's tour finale. The boldest fans even speculated that Jimin and Jin might be releasing a secret duet project at the end of the concert. Meanwhile, eyewitnesses in Amsterdam provided details that made the story even more intriguing. A barista at a small cafe near Museumplein claimed to have seen a man who looked like Jimin sitting alone in a corner, staring at his phone. He only ordered a cappuccino and sat quietly. But the way he sat, his posture, even the look in his eyes, I'm sure it was him, the barista told a local media outlet. Not long after, 2 men dressed in black entered the cafe, spoke briefly with him, and then the 3 left together. It all happened so quickly, as if every move had been carefully choreographed to avoid public attention. As time passed, Jimin's presence in the city became harder to deny. Blurry photos of him walking along the Haringrak Canal began circulating. Others claimed to have seen him entering a boutique hotel in the Jordan district, known for its strict privacy. Interestingly, a day after those photos went viral, a large truck with the logo of a stage equipment rental company was spotted parked near the hotel. ARMY began piecing the puzzle together. Some fans with impressive analytical skills discovered that one of the music producers who had previously worked with Jimin was also in Amsterdam that same day, based on his Instagram post. While he didn't tag the location, the background of his photo matched the interior of the hotel suspected to be Jimin's accommodation. Could this mean they were working on something together? Or was it just too perfect a coincidence to ignore? As night approached, rumors took an even more emotional turn. Some ARMY members believed Jimin might be preparing a special tribute for Jin's final concert. Given their close bond since debut, the idea of Jimin showing up unexpectedly to fully support his Hyung wasn't far-fetched. If Jimin suddenly appears at Jin's final show, it would be the most emotional moment in BTS history, wrote one fan on the Weverse forum, a post that quickly racked up thousands of likes. However, another angle to the story added a layer of complexity. A European music journalist claimed to have received inside information that Jimin's presence in Amsterdam was actually for a secret meeting with representatives from an international music label. If true, this could mean Jimin was preparing for a global collaboration to be released around the same time as Jin's tour finale. There were even whispers that a top European artist was involved in the project. While hard to verify, the rumor was enough to push hashtags like #Jimin in Amsterdam and #Jin Final Show to the top of global trending topics. In Amsterdam itself, the atmosphere began to shift. Armies from the Netherlands and neighboring countries began flooding the city, hoping for even a brief glimpse of their idol. Several hotels near the suspected areas of Jimin's activity were suddenly fully booked. The streets around the main canals became increasingly crowded with fans carrying cameras, binoculars, and even signs expressing support for both Jimin and Jin. For the locals, it was a spectacular sight, almost like a grand festival was underway, despite there being no official announcement. Meanwhile, back in Seoul, HYB maintained its silence. This raised 2 possibilities in fans' minds. Were they covering up something for the sake of a surprise, or trying to tone down a story that might distract from Jin's final performance? Whatever the case, the mystery was becoming more gripping by the day. Media outlets from Korea, Japan, the United States, and across Europe competed to report even the smallest shred of new information. The peak of speculation came 2 nights before Jin's last show, when a high-resolution photo surfaced in a fan-exclusive Telegram group. The image showed Jimin entering a black van, wearing a leather jacket and boots, an entirely different outfit from the previous day. Shockingly, a man's face inside the van bore a striking resemblance to Jin, or at least to someone who looked remarkably like him. The photo sparked a new wave of theories. Could Jin secretly be in Amsterdam for a private rehearsal with Jimin before the show? Or was it just someone with an uncanny resemblance? Up until the final moments before the concert, the puzzle remained unsolved. Tickets for Jin's last performance in Berlin, scheduled just 2 days after the Amsterdam sightings, were sold out. Thousands of fans from various countries traveled there, hoping to witness history in the making. Among them, many whispered about one possibility, that in the middle of the cheers and stage lights, Jimin would walk out, bringing with him an energy and emotion that only BTS and ARMY could truly understand. One thing was certain: whether Jimin's trip to Amsterdam was just a short getaway, a business matter, or part of a grand, precisely planned scheme. BTS had once again proven that even without a full group presence on stage, they could shake the world with nothing more than a fleeting street appearance in a foreign city. And for their fans, that was more than enough to set hearts racing, to wait patiently, and to believe that every step they take carries a bigger story behind it.